Ignoring his friend's warnings, Joel decides to stop hiding and go looking for Amy. As he explores the outside, Joel finds lots of pieces from the old city spread in the area with plants and monsters covering every inch. After a few hours of walking, he hears a monster nearby, so he hides inside a house. However, when he opens the fridge, another monster roars at him, so he runs out into the garden. Unfortunately, a giant mutated frog comes out of the pond, attacking Joel with its long tongue. He dodges just in time and is shocked to fall next to a dog, who begins barking at the frog like a good brave boy. Joel tries to use the chance to escape, however the frog shoots its tongue again and captures his leg, making him fall. Then it starts dragging Joel into its mouth, but thankfully the dog bites the tongue and frees Joel. Afterward, Joel starts running away and follows the dog into a bus where the dog closes the door with a rope, showing he was trained. As the frog leaves the area looking for them, Joel looks around and realizes the dog used to hide here with his owner, who probably passed away. The dog's name is Boy and he keeps his owner's clothes close because he misses them. Joel spends the night on the bus, and in the morning, Boy decides to leave with him. He even brings some of his owner's clothing, and Joel puts it in his bag for safety. As they travel through destroyed cities and overgrown forests, Boy and Joel enjoy each other's company and sometimes even play, although Boy doesn't know how to catch. However, he does know how to stop Joel from eating poisonous berries. After wandering around for a while, Joel accidentally falls into a hole in the ground, and the bones under his feet indicate this is a monster nest. He can hear the creatures in the tunnels and dodges an attack just in time, but he isn't sure he will be able to fight. Thankfully, at that moment, a rope falls into the hole, courtesy of Clyde and Minnow. They pull him out of the hole at the same time all the worms come out, and when a monster jumps out of the hole, they kill it with a katana. Then they throw a grenade in a hole to finish the rest of them. Afterward, the four of them start traveling together. Minnow teaches Joel how to shoot the crossbow and she and Clyde give him lessons on survival. They also share they're heading to the mountains where it's too cold for monsters to live. Suddenly their trip is interrupted when they're approached by a giant snail monster, so Clyde takes Joel's shirt and hides it in its shell. This snail is very peaceful and while it continues on its journey, it'll carry Joel's scent, hopefully making the monsters follow it instead of them. Clyde and Minnow tell Joel he can know if a monster is nice or not through its eyes. When they stop for the night, Clyde shares a few details about the monsters so Joel can add them to his journal. For the next few days, the group keeps traveling together and Joel finally gets good with the crossbow. He also keeps learning lots of things about the monsters and survival, adding it all to his journal. Eventually they reach the point where they must split to go to their different destinations, and Clyde says goodbye by gifting Joel a grenade. Joel and Boy continue traveling together and later they reach a swamp that Boy refuses to cross. As Boy runs to hide under a duck-shaped playground piece, Joel hears a noise and suddenly a huge centipede monster rises from the ground. Joel gets his crossbow ready, only for the centipede to push him off. Then the monster starts surrounding the duck with Boy still inside, which makes Joel remember the day of the tragedy. The family car crashed and his parents were stuck, so they told Joel to run away. Joel got out of the car and had to watch a monster kill his parents before some survivors dragged him into the back of a truck to escape. At that moment the monster moves the duck and finds Boy, but Joel refuses to keep losing loved ones and finally shoots the crossbow, killing the centipede with an arrow to the head. Sometime later, it starts to rain so Joel and Boy seek shelter in an abandoned building. There they find a robot called Mavis, who only has 51 minutes of power left and uses her GPS to show Joel he's only 10 miles away from Amy's colony. Robots were a very recent thing before the monster attack happened, so Joel never got to talk to one until now. Mavis uses her radio to help Joel get in touch with Amy, who is doing well. She explains some survivors have shown up and will rescue the entire colony, but before she can say more, the communication ends because Mavis' battery is about to die. With her last minutes of energy, Mavis accesses her social media database and shows Joel some pictures and videos of his family. Crying, Joel hugs Mavis and together they watch the glowing jellyfish flying by. When Mavis finally shuts down, a grateful Joel gives her a proper burial.